Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you all over the world. And on St. Patrick's Day, I want to give you my free gift, if you like. Three simple steps to starting a risk-free business from home with no capital required. Absolutely no risk and no capital. Well, obviously, in the UK and in Ireland as well, and many parts of the world, pubs and restaurants and clubs are all closed. So it's going to be a quiet St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is probably a bigger celebration here than in the UK than St. George's Day, believe it or not. But it's going to be very quiet. And it's a reminder, if you like, of just how vulnerable we are in this time of pandemic, how vulnerable we are to lockdowns and the fact that physical businesses are not able to operate in this market. And it really does show you, it brings it home when you see all these pubs close, some of them for a year or more, just how vulnerable these businesses are. And at the same time, we see that online businesses are literally booming. Jeff Bezos' wealth now has gone off the scale. He's got more money than he and his generations of family could ever spend. Mark Zuckerberg, the owners of Google, and all these companies have become far richer in the last year because they're dealing with online. Netflix and all these companies, the FANGs, if you like, the Facebooks and Apple, and these companies that dominate the stock market in America have gone up. Their share prices have gone up, sometimes by hundreds of percent. And it just shows the sharp contrast. And everyone says, "Oh, look at them in Silicon Valley making loads of money." But it's not their fault that the pandemic happened, unless you believe in these theories. But the fact is that never in history has more goods been bought and sold on the internet. Let's face it, even before the pandemic, the high street and shops and physical shops were already under pressure from online shopping, which has obviously exploded in the last few years. I think every Christmas they announce the figures that this year, X amount will be spent more than last year. It's up 10%, it's up 20%. So it's been growing very, very fast. And shops were already going out of business. But, you've got a combination of high rents, taxes, fierce competition from Amazon and Shopify have just driven retailers like Debenhams completely out of business and forced formerly successful retailers like John Lewis, I don't think they've ever posted a loss, to start closing 70% of its 50 plus stores in the UK. And this company, which I don't think has recorded a loss before, lost last year £517 million. But what they're going to do, they're going to close down some stores, make a lot of people redundant, which is unfortunate, and they would expect to see 55% of their future profits to come from online sales. So they're adapting, as are many companies. And the companies that are adapting are actually bearing up quite well. They're doing quite well. Business is still going on. There's lots of vans going around delivering stuff. But so how does this help you start a business or get online? Well, basically, the internet has given home-based businesses an opportunity to compete with the big companies, with the big boys, which, let's face it, have dominated the market. We've seen in the past that, these big companies had the best positions in the high street because they could outbid everybody else. They had the best places in the malls. And some of the more unscrupulous ones, like Tesco's, for instance, they'd open up a big store in an area and drive all the competition out of business. They're not even happy with corner shops anymore. They've got their own corner shops, and Tesco Metros and Sainsbury's, and they've got their own corner shops, so that even the little guys that worked 15 hours a day, he can't compete with that either. So they're really they're not nice people as they appear on the ads, but they've driven these small retailers out of business. Also, they've got the money to have massive advertising, to have, a small business can't afford to have a billboard on a motorway, and undercutting people, as I said. But fortunately, this has now changed. And these companies are getting a run for their money through online trading. Now, online doesn't mean that all of the people selling online are big companies. The medium to sell the product online could be a big company like Amazon or Groupon. But the actual retailers are not always huge companies. Sometimes they're startup businesses, sometimes they've only started in a few years. But it's given everybody that opportunity to get in on this online bonanza, and it's given the big companies a run for their money, which is actually is great for me. And this is how companies like Amazon have grown. They've grown by opening up a world of opportunity for people like you and I to get online. I'm not saying you have to deal with Amazon, but it just means that the things have changed remarkably. And now you can set up an online risk-free business or a store, an online store if you want. And you can do this from your home, in your spare time, and sell to a potential of 5 billion people right now browsing on the internet every day looking for solutions to their problems. Now that's the key. They're looking for, I'll come back to that, looking for solutions to their problems. So you no longer need to open up a shop or rent a shop in the high street, taking on leases that are like a noose around your neck. If you don't pay the lease, they come after you, they sue you, they make you bankrupt. You don't need to do that anymore. And you don't need to pay high council taxes and bills before you even make a penny. So forget about opening up shops and physical businesses for the moment. And also you don't have to quit your job, and you don't have to risk your family's financial situation by saying, I'm walking out of my job, I'm starting up this shop or this physical business or this business or that business, because you can do this from home until the business income actually exceeds your take-home salary from your job. So don't rush out and quit your job, as many people do after attending a seminar, for instance. But I'm going to give you 3 simple steps. This is not the be-all and end-all, but this is the 3 quick ways you can actually get online. You can do a lot more research than this. But first of all, sell solutions to people's problems. Now, you can, when I say search solutions to their problems, I want you to think about that. Sell solutions to people's problems, not what you think the market wants, okay? You can research your ideas or products that you might have in mind online. Where else? You can actually check on Google and see how many people are searching for various solutions to the problem. So if you go on Google and you see that millions of people are searching for a particular thing, but that your product that you've got, nobody's searching for it, then it's probably not a great idea. Now, for instance, millions of people want to be slimmer, healthier, lose weight, and they'll go on and search for this, and especially in these times of pandemic, people are thinking about their health more. Now, according to wordstream.com, which is a company that helps you search for keywords and who's searching what, 450,000 people have recently searched for how to lose weight on the internet. And that's just one example. Other keyword searches like diets and lose weight fast have had similar results, up in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions. And this is just one niche. This is an important online niche, in fact. Losing weight, health and well-being, that sort of thing. Now, you can literally find out how many people are searching for keyword solutions by checking Google and specialists like WordStream, Mondova.com. You can get this for free. You can do free trials. You can go in deeper if you want, but you can get this for free for the moment. And market research like this was previously only available to large companies with big budgets to sort of take this research on and hire out people to do this sort of research, to commission this kind of research. But now you can access it for free. Okay, so that's a one big advantage. But you can find out what people really want rather than what you think they want. And because you've invented this product, you've written this book, or you've done, and you think this is what the world wants, but it might not be what the world wants. Look at solutions to people's problems, and you'll never run out of people's problems. People have always got problems. They wake up in the morning and think, what am I going to do? I need this. They're always buying stuff. But as the old saying goes, people are not buying a 1-inch hole. They're not buying a 1-inch drill bit. They want to buy a 1-inch hole. They need the drill bit is just a means to an end to give them the result they want, the solution to their problem. Now you can get up and running online and get a website actually online for free with a company called Groupfunds. I'm going to put a link up for that in a minute. Now the second step if you like, is to get going and set up an online business today. Set up a business today selling products that people are looking for, not what you think they need, and sell to people, or you could sell online to people, using your existing business. If you have a business, perhaps you've done this already, by setting up your own online website, store, funnel, pages, whatever. And you don't need to pay a designer or a software engineer to set up a website, as there are many template sites ready for you now and you just pick it off the shelf, and you go in, and it's there, and you pick the design you want, the colours you want, the picture you want, and it's there, and you can actually click on it and get started today. Now, in the past, I have personally spent tens of thousands of pounds setting up websites years ago, when websites were not, every company didn't necessarily have a website. And they had to be designed and built from scratch. You get this designer in, and he sends you a design, and you think, I don't like that, and he sends you this, and it went on for months, and literally £10,000. I'm not kidding. Now, fortunately, you don't have to go through this pain, because the solutions are there. You can now build a simple website solution, with a company like Groupfunds, and you can literally get it off the ground straight away. And you can also include things like a shopping cart, where you can go and check out, like you will when you buy something on a website. You go in and click on this shopping cart. Now, that cost a fortune when we wanted to add that to our website, and the designer, I don't know about that, I don't know if I can do that. Oh, you need to contact the bank first, and then you go to the bank, and they vet you, and they have an application form, and then after, they charge you about £500 to give you a credit card facility, and then you've got to design a checkout page and design. Now it's already there. It's there. It's a template. It's very simple. So you've got your checkout template. You just stick that into your website, and you set up your credit card, but they can do that for you. They can help you with all of that. So you can literally get up and running pretty fast, in terms of getting your business up and running. Now, Groupfunds actually are now offering a free lifetime access for a limited period only, because they've been going about a year. They're the fastest growing internet web building company on the internet, I think, in the world. So for a limited period, they're giving people free lifetime access to get people on board and grow their customer base. But it won't be there for long. Now, to get this, you don't actually need even to put in a credit card. You can just start opening up your free account, and you get to build 3 websites for free. After that, you'd start paying. You go onto the payment plan after that. But for the moment, it's free. Now, this is not available anywhere else. If you go onto something like Groupfunds, you don't get a free account. You might get a free trial, but then you're paying hundreds of dollars a month to build a few sites. This is a unique opportunity because it's actually free, and you don't need to put in a credit card. And when you put a credit card in for these free offers, and you find out months later that you're paying for this thing because the free trial ran out. I literally found one last night, and I was trying to work out how to cancel it, and you couldn't cancel it. And then I had to go through my sort of Apple ID and fiddle around and find where you could, what subscriptions are in your Apple ID, and then you could cancel. And one of them I still couldn't even find how to cancel in that. So it's very easy to get stuck into this, and sometimes these can be hefty annual renewals. But this one, you don't need to put your credit card in anyway, so don't worry about that. Now, step 3, right, now basically decide on what it is you want to sell and how, and just get started really. Don't waste time making up business plans and having meetings and setting up limited companies. You can set up a limited company if you want later on. In the UK, you can start a business as a sole trader. I don't know if you can do that everywhere, but you can start up as a sole trader. You don't need to be registered with the government. You don't have to necessarily have a tax ID just yet until you start bringing in some money. You don't have to be VAT registered. You can just get started. This is the way young entrepreneurs just get going. You know what I mean? So don't get too hung up in the eventual process and how am I going to scale this up and how will it work in 10 years' time. Just get started, get something up and running. Decide what niche you want to be in. I've mentioned health and well-being. That's a fantastic niche to be in. But there are lots of other niches. There are dog trainers online. There are people teaching music online. There are all sorts of things. But these are for people that have got their own product or their own service. Like if you're a coach or these are people who've got their own service. But if you don't have your own service, and instead you might want to review your service if it's not selling. But if you don't have your own service, you can start literally by selling other people's products and services for a generous commission of between 10 and 50%. Now, this is essentially how some of the biggest companies in the world make billions in profits, right? Think about Booking.com and Airbnb. They don't run a chain of hotels. And Amazon helps millions of small retailers, as I've said, sell their products, and authors sell their products online for a commission. They've always been a storefront. So this kind of affiliate marketing has been around for donkey's years. There's nothing new about it. When I was a financial advisor, we were like affiliate marketing people because we sold products for insurance companies for a commission, and that's how it's worked, for centuries almost. So there's nothing new about this, selling other people's products for a commission. In other words, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can find out which products are selling, which products are popular in the marketplace, again by doing keyword searches and seeing which products are selling. For instance, like ClickBank, for instance, they've got thousands of products you can sell on ClickBank, and Commission Junction. All these sort of companies have thousands of affiliate products you can sell online. So you can sell other people's products. Now, if you don't have a product just yet, and you don't know which one to sell, you can actually start earning cash today with Groupfunds, because they also have an affiliate scheme, and they'll pay you commission to recommend their free, fantastic software. But bear in mind, this is a great product. If you say to your friends, look, you can build websites for free, they'll pay you a commission on that, and pay you affiliate commission after you've opened. Obviously, you've got to open your free account first of all, but you can start recommending people almost immediately. And I put up some training videos on how to get started on Groupfunds, because I think this is a fantastic system, and I'm switching everything to them, because in addition they also have other features like email capabilities, so you don't have to then subscribe to Aweber and Infusionsoft and all these other services. They have ability to build a membership site within the site. So it's all there really under one roof. Now, after all this, here is the best part. All of this that I've talked about is risk-free. You don't need investment, you don't need any capital, you don't have to give up your job, you don't need to remortgage your house to start putting everything at risk, or borrowing thousands of pounds from the banks to get a loan, or risking everything to set up a physical business. Everything's there risk-free, and you can get started right away. So what have you got to lose? If you've lost money during this pandemic, now is the time to start a business, or if you just need to earn more money for the future, because you can only cut back so much, can't you? You can only cut back and spend less so much. Eventually you need to actually start earning more, and this is the way of doing it. At the time when no job is secure, this is the best thing for you, to have a second stream of income. Most millionaires and billionaires will have multiple streams of income, so if one goes down, they're covered in some other way. But the first thing is to get one off the ground, and this is the best way to do it. Okay, so get started. You've got nothing to lose, have you? Now, just getting back to St. Patrick, I'll just tell you a little bit about him. He was a 5th century missionary bishop, actually born in England. He's not even Irish, believe it or not. But he was kidnapped and taken to Ireland and treated as a slave for 5 years. But he's now the patron saint of Ireland. You can read about him on Google, online. You have to go to the library. And as well as being a great missionary, St. Patrick was also an extremely good organiser. He organised the church in Ireland, and he got it going. He got things moving there. And I'm sure that if he was alive today, he would undoubtedly be online preaching over the web. He'd be organising things online. I've no doubt about that. Just like the Catholic Church today is online. You can go online and watch a mass almost every hour of the day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And you can find masses and church things going on online. They've embraced it. Big business has embraced it. So now it's there for you. Now, just one final thing before I go. As I said, this is a limited offer only. Groupfunds plan to keep this offer open for a short while during the sort of phase, the beta phase, and getting started to build up their customer base. But they will still start charging for this fee. They'll start charging a fee for this, a monthly fee, and that fee would go on for life. So you can get in now, free access for life, so you would never be charged a fee for your first 3 websites. So no credit card needed at all. Just go on there and open up your free account. I'll put a link here below. Thanks for listening, and have a great day, a great St. Patrick's Day wherever you are in the world. And if you listen to this and it's not St. Patrick's Day, I do apologise. But today I'm on recording. It is St. Patrick's Day. So thanks for listening, and stay safe out there. Thank you.